Say we probably hit it off at the beginning, and I think I called her the next day. Go to the movies. We met primarily at a high school function that was like a dance on Saturday night. They called it the swing club. And you know, you're that age, wandering around town. I'm talking about fellows, and I decided to go down to the swing club and saw this auburn-haired young lady on the floor and around, and caught my interest. The hair. And she had a lot of freckles at that time, too.
It was a drop-in thing. You could go Saturday night. You could bring a date, or you could go by yourself. And for one weekend, I didn't have a date, so I decided to go with the girls. And he asked me to dance, and then he asked me to take me home. And I didn't know him from Adam.
Tell me why.
September
20th.
1952. It was a beautiful day, a gorgeous day. All the bridesmaids, my maid of honor, were all there, and we all got dressed in the house, and it was very exciting. And it was exciting to pick the colors of what everybody wore and how to pick the flowers, and just a lot of high excitement. And you get 4 more sisters in and around there, it gets a little more exciting. So it was a beautiful day. And I think I was very lucky that I found the husband I did, because we've had a very good life.
Always love and honor your family, and do what is right, always. Remember, what you give is what you get in the end.
She'd come off the farm and work like everything, and Saturday night, she would, in the evening, my dad would shave, not shave in the winter, and shave with that strap and everything, with a straight razor, and he was the whitest man on the dance floor, and Mother was the most beautiful Cupid doll in the world. She would curl her hair with on the irons, heated irons on the stove, back stove, and he used flaxseed, boiled it, and he could make a gel, put that gel on her hair, set her hair and it sit in place like a stone coffin, and put leaves on and Pond's whipped cream, face cream, and get her face all cleaned up, and she looked like and she had all kinds of friends there, Tootie and they had a good time, I'll tell you. And once in a while they would take us, but very seldom, because some of the dance halls were pretty risque, but the ones they'd take us to, like the Odd Fellows, those kids were so polite. The farmer boys would be there and wait for the parents to finish dancing. Guy Monroe came out with his guitar and sing, "Oh, me, oh, can't you hear me holler? Tie a knot into his tail, or he'll go through his collar. Why don't you put him on the track? Why don't you let him go? When you have a mule like that, it's whoa, me, oh, whoa." And that was my mother. We had a pick, and we had a snow pick and all that stuff, and a bar that broke it up and opened it up again. We dug and everything, and many times the Indians did that in the wintertime when they were starving to death. They were out getting stuff out of the ground, and they would come to our house and wait behind us, waiting for our skim milk. And we squirt the milk. They stand behind our cows. We squirt the milk in their mouth. You never saw kids with such a happy smile on his face in your whole life. We had jacks. We had a little bit of ping pong, but not much. And we had marbles with agates and clay marbles, and we had toys that we made, all things that you put on your knee and dance and stuff like that. And the Indians would teach us that stuff, bows and arrows, and that kind of toys, and how to be a sharpshooter with a bow. And we actually made our own whistles with Grandpa Leidens bought us jackknives, a whole family, a whole bag full of them, cheap, and gave all of his grandchildren these jackknives. They're knee-high. And Dad tended to look at them and you blush. They were legs of a woman. And we took that tin off the outside and they made a jackknife with flat sides, and then we could pound it sideways to take the bark off basswood and make whistles.
They came from a small family, but he's a people person. He loved all my relatives. There's a war on, you know? So he wanted to be, he knew he was going to be called. So he wanted to be a flying officer, but that took a year of training. And you know, you get a commission right away, you become a second lieutenant. The pay's a lot better too. Wasn't that much, but. And so he enlisted in the Air Corps, and he said to me, they told him, you know, they got plenty of people, they're not gonna call him for quite a while, so we're gonna get married January 31st. We picked that date. That was exactly 2 years and a month or two that I met him. We didn't get married till over about 2 years. We were married on the 31st. He got called the end of February to go into the Air Corps, which he wanted to do, be a flying officer. He tested out very high. This man never went to college.